What if I told you that fear isn't something you need to fight against, it's something you can use? Imagine waking up every day knowing that fear has no power over you. You'd walk into job interviews with unshakable confidence, have conversations that used to terrify you, and take risks that change your life for the better. Sounds like a fantasy, right? It's not. Today, I'll show you the exact steps to rewire your mind and turn fear into your personal superpower. By the end of this video, you'll have a game plan to become fearless, not just for a day, a week, or a year, but for the rest of your life. Let's get started. Here's the truth about fear. It's not your enemy. It's a survival mechanism. Back in the caveman days, fear kept us alive. It told us, don't go near that lion, or avoid that dark cave. But in modern life, fear has become, well, let's just say it's overreacting. It sees things like public speaking, asking for a raise, or trying something new as life or death situations. Here's a story to explain. When I was in school, I had to present a project in front of the class. My palms were sweating, my heart was racing, it felt like the end of the world, and guess what? It wasn't. Nobody laughed at me, and the ceiling didn't cave in. But here's the interesting part. My brain didn't know that at the time. It believed the fear was real because I allowed it to take control. Your brain is like an obedient dog. It follows your lead, but it doesn't know any better. If you tell it, I'm scared, I can't do this, it'll believe you. But if you tell it, this is exciting, I've got this, it'll start to believe that too. Here's your action step. Start catching those fearful thoughts. When fear whispers, what if you fail? Respond with, what if I succeed? Reprogramming your brain isn't instant, but with practice, you'll see that fear loses its grip when you take control of the narrative. Let's talk about discomfort. Most people treat discomfort like it's poison. They avoid it at all costs. But here's the thing. Discomfort is the training ground for fearlessness. The more you face it, the stronger you become. Think of athletes. Do you think they love waking up at 5 a.m. to train until their muscles burn? Of course not. But they do it because they know discomfort leads to growth. The same applies to fear. Here's a challenge for you. Start with micro discomforts. Afraid of speaking up in meetings? Start by sharing a small comment. Scared of rejection? Challenge yourself to ask strangers for small favors, like directions or the time. The goal isn't perfection, it's progress. Every time you step into discomfort, you're teaching your brain that fear isn't the boss. A personal example. I once set a goal to do something uncomfortable every day for a month. One day, I struck up a conversation with a stranger in line at a coffee shop. My heart was pounding, but guess what? They didn't think I was weird. They actually thanked me for brightening their day. That small win snowballed into bigger risks, and now I don't hesitate to step into situations that used to terrify me. This is where we go from simply managing fear to erasing its control over your life. Fearless people don't just face fear, they redefine who they are. Think about it. If you believe you're someone who's afraid of heights, what happens when you're standing at the edge of a tall building? You panic, right? But if you start telling yourself, I'm the kind of person who embraces challenges, suddenly, your brain starts looking for evidence to support that belief. Here's an exercise. Write down the words, I am fearless. Put it somewhere you'll see it daily, on your mirror, your phone, wherever. Repeat it, even when it feels fake. Over time, your brain will start to internalize it. But let's not stop there. Fearless isn't just a mindset, it's a lifestyle. Surround yourself with people who push you to grow. Read books, watch videos, and consume content that inspires courage. The more you immerse yourself in a fearless identity, the more natural it becomes. Now let's address the elephant in the room, failure. Most people are terrified of it. But here's the truth. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the stepping stone to it. Every successful person you admire has failed, probably more than they've succeeded. Take Thomas Edison, who famously said, I didn't fail 1,000 times. The light bulb was an invention with 1,000 steps. What if you approached your fears with the same mindset? Here's a mental trick. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Start asking, what will I learn if I fail? Every time you face fear, you either win or learn. and both outcomes push you forward. Remember, fear is just a habit, and habits can be broken. Your fearless life starts now.